And if someone is watching right now and has a comic book idea, what's the first step you think they should take to actually turn it into a real finished issue?
First of all, plan it out as concretely as possible. There are some writers who they'll start looking for an artist when they mostly just have like the lore and the world building and the broad concepts of the idea. And I get that because that's the phase when you're most excited about the story, and that's when you're thinking like, yeah, I got to start making this into a reality, right? But if the idea is not fully formed and you're already at the stage where you're working with an artist, then it's just easier for like you might realize you have some issues with like the plot, and it's harder to correct course when you're already in the middle of making the comic, right? So I think the first step is just to uh just like ideally have the script for the first issue at least before you find an artist, and after that I would say it's important. I would recommend, being able to pay an artist. There are a lot of, writers who they'll, like, show up and say, "Hey, I need someone to draw my, 22-page comic, and I can't pay you immediately, but, we'll co-own it, and we'll split the profits, 50/50." And the issue with that is that more likely than not, there will be no profits. So because of that, it just is like very prudent to pay artists upfront as much as possible, and that really uh, sets you up for success right from the beginning. I think because honestly, um, you probably can find artists who are willing to try to draw your comic for free or maybe for like a suspiciously low page rate sometimes. But if you're doing something like that, you're also gambling with the quality of your comic. If you can make sure that you can pay an artist a good rate, then that also helps you hire a professional who has some experience making comics, and it just really sets you up for success in being able to get across the finish line of making a comic.